Hey kids, welcome back. Okay, so this is we're gonna close the reading for Yellow Feathers. Okay, this is lesson Q68. Okay, so Yellow Feathers, in Yellow Feathers, Manny and his father train carrier pigeons together, and his father helps him understand birds. So reread pages 22, 23, and 24. And then jot down some notes about how the writer shows Manny's decision and how he's feeling at the end of the story. Go ahead and do that now. Alrighty, so you notice that Manny starts to think about how the owner of Yellow Feathers might be feeling, and he compares it to his own feelings about Whirlwind. Based on his research, Manny um, advertises for the owner. Do you think he is glad that the girl gets the parrot back? What do you think? I think he might be. I think he might be a little salty because he wanted to keep the parrot, but I think he does know how she feels, and I think he is kind of glad. Okay. At the and on the last page, the writer shows that Dad finds Manny's baseball. So that sort of tells you that everything is back to normal, right? So let's go ahead and talk about a vocabulary word. The word is surrounded. So the writer of Jeremiah Pigeon Hero describes how important carrier pigeons were in World War I when the soldiers had no other means of communication. So find the word surrounded on page 5. I want you to reread the page and think about the meaning of surrounded. Then write it on your sticky note. Okay, so as you're thinking and when you wrote your definition, I hope you thought and looked at the smaller words in the word. So the word rounded, what does that mean? Okay, the base word is round. The base word in the word surrounded is round. Okay, so what does that mean? So we know that around means a figure or shape that is kind of round, or when you're talking about around, you're going around a figure or shape that is round. And it could be a mathematical term to make the number a whole number instead of a fraction. So what do you think surrounded means? There's a fraction or somewhere or some part that someone or something is, and something is around it. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at page 24 of Yellow Feathers. And I want you to read that. And I want you to make sure you pay attention to what Dad is saying, okay? And I want you to add voice, okay? Don't just read normal and boring, okay? Use your phrasing and your scooping and pay attention to those punctuation marks, okay? And then I want you to, first I want you to read it by yourself. And then I want you to read it to a partner, okay? And then come back to the video. Okay, so let's go ahead and reread Jeremiah Pigeon Hero starting on page 5. So you learn in Yellow Feathers that homing pigeons have a special instinct that guides them home. As you read Jeremiah Pigeon Hero, think about whether we can consider Jeremiah a hero even though he was probably just doing what his instincts told him. And he couldn't realize the significance of the message. Okay, so what I want you to do is start on page 5. I want you to read for 3 minutes. You know elapsed time, so look at the clock. 3 minutes, and then stop. And I want you, as you're reading, I want you to jot down your thinking. You need to monitor your thinking. Okay, go ahead and do that now. Okay, so Now you're going to need your writing notebook that I gave you yesterday, okay? So now we're going to write about arguments.
5 o'clock.
Now we're going to write about arguments and give the evidence for each, okay? So in your notebook, you have a chart, okay? On one side, it says Sheremai is not a real hero. And then it gives a little example. You need to find another one, okay? And then on the other side, it says Sheremai is a real hero, and then it gives you an example, and then you need to find fill in the blank for other examples. Okay, go ahead and stop. You can think about it, write about it, and then come back to the video. Okay, friends, so here's your word study for today. Okay, so some words have two consonants that make one sound, and we know that that's called a digraph, right? So the two consonants together are called consonant digraphs. So here's some examples. You have the word photograph, shampoo, chimney, thought, whistle, shelter, and chocolate. I want you to go ahead and put these examples, sort these examples, and then tell me what you notice about the consonant digraph sounds. So in PH, that sound says one sound, right? SH, sh, one sound. CH, ch, one sound. TH, th, one sound. And WH, one sound. Okay? So go ahead and let's move on. So in this book, okay, your genre focus is this informational book tells the reader how to become an urban naturalist. It describes the behaviors naturalists observe and the tools they use to learn about birds and other animals living in the city. Okay, so you will read a new informational text today. It's called Wildlife in the City. Okay, have student so I want you to be thinking about what kind of animals share the neighborhood in your city. Okay, the writer of this book is Clara Golding. She provides information on the inside cover. She says that someone who studies nature, especially animals and plants, is called a naturalist. She names a famous naturalist like Jane Goodall, who studied chimpanzees. So, what do you predict you will learn from this book? Go ahead and write it on a sticky note. It sounds like the writer's purpose is to help readers become naturalists, observers who study wildlife in the city. Turn to page 2. Go ahead and do that now. And listen while I read the page. Okay, channel. Sorry, my son is waking up. Okay, page 2. If you've ever lived in a big city, you've probably had this experience. You stepped outside your apartment building one morning and noticed that your trash can had been overturned. The bags of trash had been ripped open and garbage is spread all over the sidewalk. Wow. So go ahead and I want you to think about what that looks like and how you would feel. Would you wonder, I wonder who did that? Or I wonder what animal did that, right? If I was thinking that and if that happened to me, I would think maybe a neighborhood cat did it. I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so the writer starts by presenting a mystery and then ask a question. Okay, so look at pages 4 and 5. On page 4, you see a notebook. Reread the caption of the picture. What kinds of information are recorded? On page 5, there is a chart that will help you. So go ahead and turn to page 4 and 5 and think about that now. So each section teaches you what to look for and how to record the information. Be sure to notice the charts and photographs because they will help you solve the mystery. So what I want you to do is go ahead and read the text. cover to cover, and pay attention to those things. I want you to write a sticky note by each chart and tell me what it is wanting you to do and what information it's giving you. Okay? I'll check on those sticky notes and I gotta go check on the kid. See you later. Bye bye.